Went to space for like 4 minutes. What is she kissing the ground for? Pointing up at the sky.
Katy! Woo!
And to the guy, woo, Katy, yeah.
Best part is when
There's people starving in other countries and we're clapping and cheering. Like, bro, this is wild. And then Katy Perry steps out, starts kissing the ground.
Which one is this, Rob? Tell us.
This is the door being open from the inside.
Watch this.
Look, they're like, close the door!
No, not yet.
Yo, this celebrity drama is absolutely wild right now. The Simpsons writers are cooking up something savage about Katy Perry's Blue Origin spaceflight. Inside sources spilled that the episode is going to clown her astronaut claims and those super emotional interviews. Katy's squad is straight up panicking, legal threats flying everywhere. But real talk, their reaction is just making everything 10 times worse for her.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Bro.
Stop the cap.
Stupid.
Let me tell you right now, Katy, you're officially an astronaut.
That moment right there had the internet going crazy. Katy's quick 11-minute trip suddenly became her profound spiritual awakening with all those teary interviews and deep space talk. Meanwhile, the Simpsons writers have been low-key collecting all her most dramatic post-flight moments. Their planned episode is causing absolute chaos in Katy's camp. And trust me, the details are way more shocking than anyone's expecting.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love.
This is so tough.
Multiple sources confirm The Simpsons is creating an episode that's about to turn Katy's space journey into pure comedy gold. Leaked concept art shows her animated character having full-on breakdowns in zero gravity, dramatically clutching symbolic objects while floating around, holding these tearful press conferences while Mission Control just stands there, looking completely lost. The writers have been taking notes on her most theatrical moments, weaving them into dialogue that highlights what critics are calling her manufactured profundity. Word is, the parody mirrors her actual interviews so precisely that viewers will instantly recognize the real moments being ruthlessly mocked. When Katy found out what was happening, she completely lost it. But what her team did next is creating even bigger problems behind the scenes. The situation has apparently gotten so serious that high-level studio executives are now involved. Sources say that emergency meetings have been called to discuss the potential fallout. This isn't just some lighthearted ribbing anymore. This is shaping up to be one of the most brutal celebrity takedowns in recent television history. And it's all happening because of an 11-minute trip to the edge of space.
Flynn, I gotcha.
Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon.
Doing a whole bunch of nothing.
The worst part is when
There's people starving in other countries and we're clapping and cheering. Like, bro, this is wild. And then Katy Perry steps out, starts kissing the ground. Bro, the stories write themselves. Like, we are living in a Black Mirror episode. Like, what is this, bro?
Yeah. That awkward moment right there is exactly the kind of footage the Simpsons team is reportedly working into their parody. Behind closed doors, Katy's legal team has been blowing up Fox Studios' phones. They're warning about significant reputational harm and threatening serious lawsuits if the episode isn't changed before it goes into production. But here's the thing, those aggressive threats have only made Fox executives more interested in pushing forward with the episode. Industry insiders say the network is now even more determined to make this happen. They see all this drama as guaranteed ratings gold that'll have everyone talking. Some sources claim the network might even fast-track production to capitalize on all the buzz while it's still hot. Meanwhile, Katy's frustration is reportedly reaching dangerous levels as she watches her whole narrative spiral completely out of control. Her team is struggling to contain a PR fire that's growing more intense by the day. The situation has expanded beyond just Katy's image problems. It's creating unexpected ripple effects throughout the entertainment industry. Leaked concept art from the episode allegedly shows her cartoon character mid-meltdown, floating helplessly through space while delivering passionate monologues about love and unity. Fan communities across social media are already locked in heated debates about whether she's truly a victim of Hollywood's ruthless satire culture or simply facing natural consequences of her own overdramatic space adventure. The controversy has even caught the attention of major streaming platforms, with rumors suggesting documentary producers are already reaching out to insiders for potential tell-all projects about the behind-the-scenes drama. What started as a simple celebrity spaceflight has morphed into a full-blown media circus that nobody saw coming.
What else you got? Because there's a bunch of them.
I have Gayle King claiming that it was sexist.
Go ahead and play this clip. Go ahead, Rob.
I don't like that people are calling it a ride. A ride, you know, you never see a male astronaut who's going up in space and they said, oh, he took a ride. We actually duplicated the route that Alan Shepard did. That's why it's called, this particular capsule is called the New Shepard. We duplicated that route. No one said he took that ride.
Yeah.
It's always referred to as a flight or a journey. So I feel that that's a little disrespectful to what the mission was and what the work that Blue Origin
Mission
does.
was. They went on a
Space technology.
Doing a whole bunch of nothing.
That butterfly moment became instant meme material all over social media. Now, sources close to Jeff Bezos reveal he's privately regretting his decision to involve Katy in Blue Origin's headline mission. At a recent closed-door industry event, Bezos allegedly joked that even Snoop Dogg would have handled the publicity with more dignity. That's a straight-up savage comment from the billionaire himself. What should have been a massive PR win for Blue Origin has instead become the internet's favorite joke. The mission's goal of inspiring millions has been completely overshadowed by an endless stream of parodies and viral videos clowning Katy's theatrical responses to her brief journey. Bezos is reportedly concerned that celebrity space tourism is actually cheapening Blue Origin's scientific goals rather than elevating them. Private conversations suggest he's worried these missions are increasingly viewed as billionaire vanity projects instead of actual technological achievements. The backlash has spread far beyond just Katy's reputation, raising questions about the entire concept of celebrity space tourism. Online commentators have been absolutely ruthless, comparing the mission to a billionaire's Instagram retreat rather than a scientific milestone. What was marketed as a boundary-breaking achievement quickly transformed into what critics call an out-of-touch spectacle completely disconnected from real-world struggles. The FAA's clarification that Katy and her crewmates aren't officially astronauts added even more fuel to the fire. Industry analysts point out that this controversy couldn't come at a worse time for Blue Origin, as competition in the private space sector heats up. The company was hoping this mission would generate positive headlines and public goodwill. Instead, it's become a case study in how celebrity partnerships can backfire spectacularly when authenticity comes into question.
I understand that it started a lot of conversations, and he was one of many collaborators that I collaborated with.
However, there's been some critics saying some stuff in it.
Really?
Rob, I don't know if you have any of the critic stuff or not. Do you have any of the stuff on how they open a door first and then they have to reopen the door and they have to say, go back in there, and then Jeff Bezos falls. Poor guy's tripping. He's having a hard time.
The gender debate has added another explosive dimension to this already wild situation. Supporters argue Katy faces unfair scrutiny that male celebrities wouldn't get hit with. Critics fire back that the issue isn't gender, but authenticity, claiming her responses feel manufactured for brand building rather than genuine emotion. Major media voices have jumped into the fray. Joe Rogan and Tim Dillon reportedly tore into the event on Rogan's podcast, ridiculing the idea that an 11-minute flight constituted a life-changing spiritual awakening. Meanwhile, Katy's supporters argue she's being held to impossible standards and facing disproportionate criticism for simply expressing her genuine feelings. The Simpsons writers are reportedly incorporating this exact debate directly into their episode, creating meta-commentary that addresses the gender question while still mercilessly mocking what they see as celebrity inauthenticity. This added layer could make the parody even more devastating to Katy's carefully crafted public image. But insiders say she isn't planning to remain silent while her reputation is being completely rewritten. Social media has become a battlefield, with hashtags supporting and criticizing Katy trending simultaneously. Cultural commentators are using the controversy to launch broader discussions about celebrity culture, authenticity in the digital age, and the fine line between inspiration and performance. What began as a simple space tourism flight has evolved into a cultural moment that's forcing everyone to examine how we perceive celebrity emotions and experiences. These viral moments capture exactly why the public reaction has been so brutal. Katy's inner circle is now deeply divided over how to respond to the growing crisis. Some advisors are telling her to just laugh it off, suggesting that staying quiet could gradually win back public sympathy and show she's a good sport rather than a defensive celebrity who can't take a joke. Others are pushing for a full-scale media counterattack before the Simpsons episode ever hits the air. These advisors want to launch a truth-telling documentary featuring behind-the-scenes footage and emotional reflections. The project would frame the space journey as a genuinely transformative experience and try to silence critics by controlling the narrative before Fox can air their parody. Industry experts warn this aggressive strategy could spectacularly backfire on her. It risks reinforcing the image of a desperate celebrity trying to salvage a crumbling persona. Public perception is incredibly delicate in these situations. Trying too hard to control the story might only make things worse. Every new interview becomes potential ammunition. Every emotional statement faces brutal public judgment. The controversy highlights the dangerous game celebrities play when trying to manufacture profound moments under intense social media scrutiny. Nothing stays private when you're operating at Katy's level of fame. Even a brief moment of perceived inauthenticity can spiral into a career-defining crisis. As tensions escalate, both sides are preparing for whatever comes next. Entertainment lawyers familiar with similar situations note that even if Katy's team managed to block or delay the episode through legal maneuvers, the Streisand effect would likely make the situation even worse. The more aggressively she fights the parody, the more interest it generates. It's a lose-lose situation that's becoming increasingly difficult to navigate as the controversy grows. This space saga has evolved into one of the most bizarre chapters in recent celebrity history. What began as a high-profile publicity stunt has transformed into a cautionary tale about keeping it real in the digital age. Whether or not the Simpsons episode ever makes it to air, the damage to Katy's carefully constructed image has already been done. The ultimate question remains hotly debated across social media platforms. Is Katy being unfairly targeted by a ruthless entertainment industry? Or is this simply the inevitable price of trying to script your own legacy in Hollywood? Either way, this space saga proves one thing beyond doubt. In the viral age, the distance between inspiration and ridicule is shorter than the 11-minute flight that started it all. What do you think? Is Katy being treated unfairly, or did she bring this situation on herself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this deep dive, and don't forget to subscribe for more insider stories that Hollywood doesn't want you to hear. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground and your eyes on the stars.